Hello, my name is Shelley and welcome back for another episode of Hearthstone 3 in Black Eyes as PRC. So, in previous episode we managed to take out Kanazawa and clear out the peninsula there. The troops in Osaka have been taking a lot of losses, so they're down to actually just 75 units there now, so they've lost, I think, at least about a third of their troops from the start of the combat. And of course, manpower, they've lost about half or so yeah, it's a pretty decent situation for us. They're doing a bit of a counterattack in Hitachi, but it's not going all that well for them. We are preparing for an attack into Kiryu, although it is actually, it's only wood, so if we have a lot of troops attacking from here, we might be able to break through there. They've got a lot of troops there, but we are doing some steady ground attacks in there, of course. So I think it's not too difficult, plus I suppose the combat delay is fairly tiny, so we should be able to start the attacks there soon enough. We do already have combat going in Yokohama, and I think this one's probably going to, well, we're probably going to win this soon enough. They don't really have anything too strong in terms of troops there. They've got a lot of reserves, but most of those are zero strength units, essentially, so they won't really join the combat. Ooh, Air Force asked for more money. Alright then. Oh, Battle Commander. I'm going to keep on recruiting more officers rather than getting Battle Commander. Battle Commanders are nice, of course, but we're still at 93% officer ratio, so we kind of do need to get that increase a bit further. In the meanwhile, in Osaka, they're now down to 70 units total, so they've lost a few more. And they probably will be losing several more. I mean, there's, of course, the organization losses on several of these units are pretty high. So sooner or later, they will either shatter or surrender. I don't know how much exactly. Let's have a look. How's the... So they're down to 173,000 men in there total. Alright then, so yeah, we've got almost 2-to-1 ratio now in the combat. We haven't added any new troops all that much, really. And there's the major victory. In Hitachi, so we lost another 2,000 men, that was about 10,000. And they start another combat. Oh, actually, they didn't start another combat yet. Right, let's go ahead and leave a few units in here. Like 2 to rest. And we'll go ahead and send like 1 from each of these to join the combat, just so that we can get the envelopment penalty and open up the combat for a little bit more troops. Oh, heavy industry in Wushan. Oh, alright then. Let me actually double check. Where was that? I believe it would be... rather than trying to find it manually, let's do this. Oh, it's this one. Well, we almost got a full IC in there anyway, so I suppose that's fine. That's actually going to be really nice. And what do we have? We got, oh, right, 2 garrisons. Let's get those into the 25th Corps. I believe that is now a full corps now, isn't it? It is indeed. Let's go ahead and get these into Wenchao, and then we'll just transport those over to Japan. I suppose we could get the corps into Hiroshima, and then one of them goes to Beppu, then Maizuru. Could potentially get 2 of them into Susaki and Tokushima, to be fair. Well, I suppose the combat in Kiryu is still a bit expensive. We could actually have more troops in that combat. Okay, let's go ahead and send one of these. Maybe 1 more from here. And do we have any more troops in here ready to join in? I suppose we do have at least 1. We're still probably going to take a lot of casualties in here, but we kind of do need to break the enemy there. Of course, if we had some... let's actually go ahead and take at least one of the mechanized divisions, start sending it down that way. Because this might actually be what is really needed to break the enemy there. The terrain isn't really that hard, but there's a lot of troops in there. There we go, that's down to 61 units in Osaka, so they've at least lost half of the units during this combat. How's the manpower looking like? 130,000. Oh, right, so we got more than 2-to-1. Oh, there we go. Victory at Yokohama. Oh. Germany is in the Axis. Oh, Italy is now the leader of the Axis. Oh, well, okay, they're still fighting the Allies. Are they... So they are. Don't know what's going on anymore. They're targeted by Conquer War Goal on Italy, okay. And then, oh. Right, they managed to get some of the areas back, I suppose. But not all of it, just some of it. The Soviets are definitely pushing pretty hard into Romania now. Is Hungary still... Oh, I am still fighting them, but Hungary does have truce with everyone else. Because who are the Soviets fighting? Germany, Italy, Finland, Romania. Okay, well, technically speaking... Oh, Bulgaria's been occupied a decent chunk already. No, frigate class advance. And no, we don't need another battle commander yet. I just refused one of your colleagues. We're not going to take another one yet. Okay, we need to pull back one of these divisions already. We may need to pull back actually more than one. Oh, there we go. Victory Yokohama. Go ahead and send a couple more units into the combat. I guess we'll just need to keep the combat going. Well, we don't initially have to, but I'm going to try to keep the combat going up there. And in the meanwhile, in Osaka, they're down to 53 units. There's mostly garrisons currently in the combat. Most of those are pretty low in strength. But hopefully we can get Yokohama. And they keep on bringing more troops there. Right, well, the battle in Hitachi is the only one that we're depending currently in. But I think that one's still going fairly well. How's the battle in Osaka now? Just 51? Oh, there we go. There's the heavy IC. That's another infantry division for the southern front? Well, potentially a possible southern front, let's put it that way. And now they've got 16. Oh, well, actually, no, they don't have all that many. It's actually just unit after unit just shattering in here. I suppose that's fine. Some of them may be surrendering, to be fair, but yeah, that's another victory at Yokohama. And then I'm expecting there to be a few more units either shattering or surrendering in due time. They're down to already 48 units in here. How much is that in manpower-wise? I mean, I suppose we know that... Oh, they got less than 100,000 men there now. Plus, they're taking quite a bit of casualties in the combat itself. Ooh, and there we go, victory Hitachi. Unfortunately, not a major victory this time around, but it's still okay. Artillery unit command and control advance, so more morale for those. And how's the battle in... Oh, right, that's the rebellion or partisans that we're dealing with. And Yokohama, they got a few more units there. Kiryu is not going all that way. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and call... Oh, well, I didn't mean to call off all the attacks. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to call all the attacks right now. Let's just focus on one combat at a time. Is there... Right, so it's the... Yeah, so we don't have combat going in there anymore. So it's just a Osaka combat. I mean, once we win this one, which is probably going to be just a matter of, like, a few days, we should be able to probably destroy more... Oh, actually, they're taking pretty hefty casualties in here. It's like several percentages per hour. Oh, and there we go. Soviets enforce conquer on Romania. That's good. And now they can keep on fighting the Germans, and then I suppose the Italians. So have we gotten the any victory conditions? Oh, there we go. So Romania is, technically speaking, a puppet, but it's in practice, it's not really a puppet yet. I'm a bit surprised that there was the separate truce against Hungary. I mean, I'm still technically speaking at war with them. Problem is that I don't think I'll be able to move into there from here, can I? Oh, maybe I can. Let's go ahead and give it a try, shall we then? If it is possible. We might want to actually just go in with like a 1 corps of infantry, really. Because we need to get some transport planes for the supplies. We probably don't need the supply planes over here anymore. Actually, didn't we have a second group over here? Well, no, we don't have it there. Let me just figure out where do we have the second transport. Ah, it's over here. Okay. Do we have more transport planes available or underway? That's interceptors. That's some CAGs. You know, we only got the second transport then. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and move these in here. They don't have a massive capacity, but we'll get them in here. We're going to use that to supply. I could probably destroy some of the enemy units in here with some cunning use of my stuff. And I suppose with Hungary, I'm definitely going to put in the war goal for install communism in there. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to do that with everyone. Like, technically speaking, I could have done it with Japan. There was a comment suggesting that. But at the same time, like, since I already had the war goals for the most of the things in here, I don't really think it's going to do much like this. Not really going to be much of a Japan afterwards, where they're already existing war goals. And Japan is still fighting a lot of nations. They are not part of the Axis, actually. They've still got a full-on unity. Oh, 25 units remaining at Osaka. Okay. It's going down quick now. Make that 21. Oh, economic focus. Oh, right. We might want to put that back in. Or do we actually? Let me have a look. Oh, right. I've actually not set up even the utility tool. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, let's activate the economy focus again. I do like my extra industry and IC efficiency and all that. So we've got one mechanized division already in here. It's probably not quite sufficient. They've still got a lot of troops in here. Well, I say a lot of troops. It's not really that many troops. Oh, major victory. In Osaka, there we go. So they had almost 500,000 men at the start. They lost 277,000 in combat. And we lost 20,000 men in those combats, all that combat. But that's honestly not too bad. And there we go. Osaka is out. It did take a little bit damage in there, though. Oh my goodness. There's a bit of pillboxes, actually. I wonder if the Japanese built those, or did they start with that? Well, regardless, that's a nice bit of stuff in there. Let me just go ahead and get the first motorized. We'll leave one of these behind for now. We'll get those there, then we can probably get the mechanized corps. Where's, oh, it's probably down here, isn't it? First mechanized corps. We'll take this entire corps in here. Let's get some strong units to push into Kiryu, and then hopefully after that we can maybe clear out Yokohama. And after that it's probably just... well, we could potentially get to Mito. And then potentially even up to Chiba, but that's going to be a little tricky to get to. Oh, and Kumagaya is under attack. Well, sure. If you want to attack me, I'm okay with that. How's the... oh, there we go. So they got 45 IC total. So they got the 10 IC in Tokyo. I wonder if they've got any more. I mean, they must have another 2 industries somewhere. Question is where? Oh, is that... no, that is actually occupied. So yeah, that could be some of it. Because yeah, that's under Japanese occupation. So yeah, they might have a few places here and there, but nothing massive. Also, we should probably go ahead and clear out the island over there. Just for the heck of it. Now, we've also got quite a bit of infantry. Actually, where's the mercenary corps? That's probably another thing that we should start transporting in. Or moving towards the front lines in here. We're going to just move the mercenary corps over here. Actually, you know what? You stop. As soon as you're ready, just move in here. So those will help clear out Yokohama. While the motorized and mechanized corps will help clear out Kiryu. Of course, we'll have a little bit of infantry to help with that process, but it's probably not going to be all that easy. And we are going to be getting a lot more industry soon as well. Which, to be fair, we kind of knew that would be happening. Also got the 25th Corps, which that is probably ready to be transported over. So I suppose... oh, so Yokohama is a way to attack into Tokyo without a river crossing penalty. Interesting, so it's cheaper. Well, I suppose, yeah, it kind of makes sense that these two would be the ones. But that will be quite an interesting option. So once we take Yokohama, then we're going to start attacking into Tokyo with some of the stronger units. And just wreck the enemies in there. I'm going to go ahead and move in the 14th Corps ready to be utilized in here. They do have quite a bit of troops around here, though. So there's still some issues for sure. And I think we are going to be able to... I don't know if we'll be able to get Tokyo this episode. It might take a little bit longer than that. Although, that reminds me, we should probably go and start moving some more planes closer. And also, I don't suppose we really need the interceptor planes in here anymore. Wait, is there... oh, right, so that one's moving around there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 wings. And move them back to... actually, I'm going to move these to Bangkok. Have some planes there. Also, we have gotten the Hangar Bay maintenance recently. We haven't gotten the hardened airstrip yet, because we need to get more planes. And we are getting a decent chunk more, but it's going to take a while before all of those have been built. But that's another thing that we should probably start utilizing more and more of our industry, just to expand our air force, really. But yeah, at this point, we're just mostly waiting for the troops to move in here. Also, have we got on the troops here yet? Not well, we've got the planes at least, but they don't really have a lot of fuel. I'm not entirely sure if I can move in here. I don't know if Hungary, the truce with Hungary, that might end at some point. Or there are others. I mean, I'm still at war with them, luckily. Oh, there's a bit more morale for our fighters. Excellent. So it looks like the Soviets have taken, well, they've taken Romania, the tank speed, that's Italian unit over there. Under German control, so that's pushing into Romania. Bulgaria, oh, right, the Turks actually got a little bit into Romania even. Alright then. Oh, looks like Italians are getting pushed back. Oh, there was a bit of Italians there. Payment received. Alright then. Oh, and there we go, East Prussia. Oh, can they? Well, they might be able to push it in here, but I think that will actually switch hands into Poland then, once they get in there, so they won't really be able to clear all of this necessarily. Although is So Poland is war. Japan and Italy, Bulgaria, Romania, Finland, and Portugal. Speaking of which, how is Portugal looking like? Well, they're not looking too strong anymore since Spain's been occupied. Oh, well, made it into a puppet. Are they actually a puppet? Yes, they are, okay. Oh my goodness, yeah, the Allies have quite a bit of nations now. Meanwhile, in the Comintern, we have exactly 2. Admittedly, they could have been more. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and have a look at the Mechanized Corps. The headquarters itself can attack, but we'll leave some of those behind. Those will go. Then we'll go ahead and take the Motorized Corps. We left the Armored unit behind, I think, but yeah, these can join the combat. We'll take some of these. Take a couple of these. A couple of infantry from here. So that's going to be quite a massive combat in Kiryu. And now we've got some mechanized troops and such in here, which they don't really have the piercing attack really to deal with. So I suspect that we are going to be doing a lot more casualties, or dealing a lot more casualties on the enemy troops here now. How much is the manpower situation in there? So we've got 226,000, they've got only 57,000 actually. Oh my goodness, okay. So I'm guessing the Japanese still have basically no well, they do actually have a little bit manpower, but of course their industry is now so small that it will take years for them to reinforce everything. Unless, of course, we destroy units, which, you know, that will probably kind of give them a bit of a hand there. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and send in these mercenary units into Kumagaya. And then from there, we'll start attacking Yokohama. Most of these troops in Yokohama are not really in a good shape, though. So it shouldn't take too long for us to just punch through the lines. Do we have... Right, so these could actually start doing a bit of bombing around to Kiryu. Could potentially also do bombing rounds in Mito, but I don't think we need to do that currently. And then we've got the... Ah, right, so these are resting. Did we still have more in here? Those are resting. They probably... Oh, right, these could do bombing runs in Yokohama. So a bit more ground attack sorties. Oh, there we go. Division HQ advanced to level 11. Oh, we've got industry in Fuzhou as well. Alright then. Well, was that the last level, actually? I'm not going to sell necessarily more rare materials to the allies currently. So is that... No, it's not the last one. There's one more that we'll be building in there. But we do have one heavy industry already there. That's quite useful. Now we've got the 31 combat width out of the 30. So that's not the worst. We've got a fairly experienced general over here as well leading the... I think it's the first motorized corps that is the leader. Oh, Bulgaria's been turned into democracy. That's a little bit concerning. Air engine resource advance. So there we go, we can get those underway. Undershoot submarine warfare doctrine. There we go. Okay, so... what was it again? Right, it was the planes. So we can get these 2 underway. And we will put those 2 immediately underway to the research, or prioritize that research, because we kind of do want those as soon as possible. They got 36 units, technically speaking, in Kiryu, but of course most of those aren't really combat ready. And as soon as we get... Actually, we can just go ahead and redeploy these, can't we? So that they'll be ready in Kumagaya a lot faster, because at this point the delay is very little. It's like half a day. Oh, Japan's joined the Axis. Alright then. Oh, right, so they got the... Okay. Is Germany... Right, so Germany's at war with us, but not the Allies. Then Italy is at war with basically all sides. Japan's at war with all sides. Well, except they're not technically speaking at war with the Soviets, but they're against me and the Allies, which is good enough. Right, the reinforcements have arrived in here. They're not... Well, actually, we can probably go ahead and take the mercenary corps and some of the infantry from here. Start attacking there. We can put in a bit more support from the other directions as well. So Yokohama is going to be an easy victory. The problem with Yokohama has been quite consistently is that before we get in there, the enemies send more and more troops, and it just keeps on continuing the combat. That's not to say that they don't take a lot of casualties during that, but yeah, no, it's not being easy. I suspect that this time around it might be a lot easier. Oh, and Portugal. Did we get the... Oh, depth charge infantry support tank? Let me just double check. Oh, right, I already had that, didn't I? Okay, well, so there goes the Portuguese, and then I suppose... Depth charges, yeah, we don't need to research that one now. We don't actually need to research these 2 either. So we're down to 222 research. Come on, we just need to get into Tokyo. I think we're going to try to get there today. Take the 14th Corps, assign it into the combat in here. We've got probably a bit too much than what we... Oh! Kiryu is down to 1 unit there. Okay. Yeah, we got to Yokohama. There we go. Good. Keep on trying to attack in here and just break your troops into this. And then we'll hopefully be able to do a bit of a counterattack soon enough. Yeah, there's like every hour they lose at least 1 or more units from there. Alright then. And there we are. 4,500 men that they lost in there. There's probably going to be a suicide attack admittedly, but I'm going to attack into Tokyo. Because one is going to mean that they won't get reinforcements into Kiryu as much anymore anyway. Hey, major victory, Kiryu. There we go. So they are retreating. We might have a bit of, is it fuel? Oh, it is fuel issues in here. Well, I suppose that does make sense. We've got 21,000 tons of fuel now. Crude oil is still a bit of a problem. Can we actually increase the resource substitution by chance? Unfortunately, no, we cannot. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, there we go. We've entered into Kiryu. There were a decent bit of troops probably trying to retreat in here. Of course, failing in it. Is that one... So which are the provinces that are next to Tokyo? So Chiba, Yokohama, Mito, Hitachi, Kiryu. Okay, so that's the ones that we can utilize. So we've got 3 provinces already, technically speaking. I guess we can go ahead and take one of these, give support attack. These are currently defending. These could probably get to the shorelines there. We do... Oh, actually, we do not have a shore bombardment in here. But that can be fixed. Let's move in the assault ships in there. Now, I suspect once Tokyo has fallen, I think that will probably have a bit of an impact on the Japanese unity. At least I hope it will be. Otherwise, if they... Well, I don't think they have a lot of supply or resource production in here. They still have some VPs, of course, on the various islands in the Pacific. I don't know if I really want to start doing an island hopping campaign. I mean, if need be, I probably will. Oh, there we go, Victor Kiryu. Right, we'll probably wait for the first motor corps. That corps itself can probably stay back. Let's also start getting the armor unit in here. We've got some more. So there's the 19th Corps. Some of it's already busy, actually. We've got quite a bit of troops in here still. We don't really need to send in exactly everything in here. Oh, wow, Tokyo's down. Wow. I didn't expect them to put this small of a resistance in Tokyo, I'll be honest. Let's just go ahead and send in another unit into the Oh, no fuel. Oh, there we go. Resource efficiency. So we've got the electronic computing machine. Let's go ahead and take that and some more interceptors. We've got some of them in Bangkok already. I'm just going to go ahead and... Honestly, I'm going to start gathering some of these in our capital. Let's say, well, let's do that. So we are going to get another 2 squadrons in a few days. So that's going to get us to about 110 total? Yeah, 110 total. There's only now 1 unit defending in Tokyo. They've got a lot of units in there with 0 strength, though. Or basically 0 strength. Oh, and there we go. Tokyo's under attack. They're probably going to be... Yeah, they took quite a bit of casualties there. Go ahead and attack it in here. And I suppose we can go ahead and send in the mercenary corps itself over there. We'll also go ahead and take the mercenary infantry from here. Move to Tokyo. And then we can start pushing into... Well, as soon as we conquer the province of Mito, which shouldn't take too long, really. Ooh, dockyard facilities, there we go. Naval organization goes up, and naval base efficiency goes up. It might take a while before we get any sort of events on the Japanese for them to lose unity even further. But of course, now they have no more port in here. I'm not entirely sure where their capital is. Oh, it's down here in Saipan. Oh, okay. It's a bit further away then. But that's kind of out of the way, at least for us. I guess what I could do is I'm going to go ahead and start sending in a bit of patrol. Oh, that's Iwo Jima. Well, I suppose, yeah, we're going to patrol over there. We might need to take over these islands, Bodin Islands and Iwo Jima. I guess we can give a bit of fuel to the Soviets. Oh, we got a lot of resource from the the Tokyo supply depots, essentially. That's good. I'm just going to go ahead and queue up a bit more planes. No, that's not the planes. Right, so we'll get another 3 of these. And we'll get another 1 twin-engine fighters. And I suppose what we could do is we'll get at least a full-on air group of or 4 squadrons of twin-engine fighters as well to provide some long-range air coverage. Also, are we ready to move into Hungary? Well, first of all, let me double-check if I can even attack there. I can. Okay, I don't suppose the Hungarians are really going to be able to fight against us in here then. And I suppose, yeah, we've got some fuel and supplies. Well, we don't need to start the operation quite yet. Arabia's liberated. Alright then. And there's the interceptors. They got a bit of German units in here. I don't know if the Germans will try... Oh, I suppose they might try to break in here if there's no one guarding. But what I can do is I can hopefully get the Hungarian province in here. They are pretty quickly losing their organization. How's the battle in Mito? I'm going to go ahead and send like one of these mercenary infantry divisions to help with that. And I suppose what I could do... Oh, advanced armor designs. Very good. Interception tactics advance. I could probably go ahead and send in quite a few of these mechanized infantry divisions down to Tokyo. Speaking of which, we've got a few more in here. I'm just going to go ahead and start attacking with some of these into Shiba. That shouldn't really be that difficult to clear out, to be fair. And there's not much defenders in Mito, so I think these enemy units in here are going to be destroyed sooner or later. Probably sooner rather than later. Do a little bit of ground attack in there. So how's the manpower in this combat? They got 30,000 men, actually. That's surprisingly large quantities. What about in Chiba? They got 74,000 men almost. It's a whole lot of headquarters, though, and some garrisons. Most of the units are pretty bad shape. It's a lot of the units that we shattered in Osaka, I think. Yeah, they've got 150 units total in there. Alright, then. I don't think they'll be able to hold us off for much longer, though. Go ahead and send some of the motorized divisions to help over there, and then maybe another one of the mechanized divisions can go down south to clear out that. I mean, we've got fairly strong units. They have not really anything too strong for the combat down south. And of course, we do not have river crossing penalty in there. Do have the 22% shore bombardment, so that's also very, very useful. Right, we might have a bit of troops retreating from the combat. But regardless, the Mito is going to fall, especially once we get some of the reinforcements going in from here. They need to... Okay, they're going to be there tomorrow. Oh, well, there we go. We've got a victory. Spring mark clears. Question is, of course, are we going to get supplies from Moscow? Or do we need to use... I mean, we can probably use the planes at least to get some supplies in there. But otherwise, we might have a bit of an issue. Actually, I suppose another thing that I could... Oh, right, so Bulgaria? Bulgaria is still pretty big. Turks control some of that. Looks like the Soviets started encircling some enemies in Yugoslavia, or well, I suppose Serbia, at this point. I'm kind of interested to see what happens once we get in here. Technically speaking, we should be then able to advance from there. We'll probably have at least a few days worth of supplies along with us. Ooh, water key. You know what? I'm going to take it. We're not having a massive shortage of resources right now, but there might be some later on. Oh, Imperial General HQ destroyed. There we go. Right, so we've got the naval infantry in here. Let's just go ahead and send that. Clear out the rebellion there. And did that reduce the unity? Unfortunately not. Oh, but a synthetic rubber facility. Okay, we can get some more rubber then. We're going to expand that as well, so that's 7,000 crude oil used there total, but I think we'll be fine. Right, the troops in Mito. Oh, there we go. We are under attack in here. Both by the Germans and the Hungarians. And how are we looking on supplies? We are supplied from Moscow. Okay, good. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and move in here with another corps. That should be pretty decent. In that case, actually, I'm going to go ahead and get some more troops in here. Get this infantry corps. It's not within reach of the main HQ. I suppose what I could do, and I say the Western Army group off. Well, I mean, suppose how far... It can't really move much further away, or much closer. I suppose the army itself over there is fine. So if we were to get another army in here, let's go ahead and move these down south, and then we'll just assign a new army over there. This one's probably a bit too far away, but we can take this one down to... Actually, how far is that? It's not that far, so if we get it down to, like, somewhere over there, it's still going to be close enough. We need to get a commander for this army, though. Take one of these division commanders, probably... Oh, yeah, that's pretty decent. That's about a few traits there. But yeah, so that's going to be the army group, and then I suppose what I can do is I can take this particular corps and assign it under the new army as well in Odessa. It's a bit far away currently, but that's going to be alright in the end. So the counterattack was probably not going to do all that much. Ooh, a veteran unit opportunity? Sure, I suppose. Might as well take the HQ. Oh, it's 2 veteran HQ, okay. That's pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and send this one down south. I think we could use a few more in there just in case. So how's the victory conditions? The Allies only have 7 now. So they have lost some. Interestingly enough. And we are at 5. I suppose we got Tokyo. So there's that. Oh, because some of the, like, Japan joined the Axis. I think that's one of the things. So the Allies lost some in there. And of course, Romania's a Comintern puppet. August Storm. That was already ages ago. Tokyo, Hong Kong, Karelia. So I've got 3 essentially from the victory conditions that I've already contributed to. We should be able to win the battle in Mito fairly shortly. How's the battle down in the peninsula then? It's, they got a lot of troops there. Have we got more reinforcements in here? We've got a few more mechanized. We'll go ahead and send those in. So now we've got a full combat with at least. In the battle in Mito, once we win that, we can then encircle these, and then it's going to be a lot easier to destroy the remaining units in there. Oh, they're doing crowd attacks on us. I suppose it makes sense. And cast armor construction advance, submarine damage controls. I'm guessing the cast armor is now ahead of time. Actually, we don't need to get the advanced armor design level right now either. I'm looking at the armors in here. Oh, right, we could get the super heavy armor brigade. I don't know if we'll build any, but you know, just for the heck of it, we might as well research it. Somewhere down the line. I'm not going to prioritize it though, because I don't think we'll be building any. Oh, well, there we go, Victory Mito. We should be, yeah, well, there we go. We are right there. We're currently under attack, but that does mean that the enemy is now encircled in here, which should be pretty bad for them. They still got a lot of territorial pride, but not quite enough. And how's the, rather, they still got, yeah, 100% unity there. I think we can probably break this soon enough. I know that we are technically speaking ahead of, or out of time for this episode. I just want to see this peninsula cleared out so we can then start from a fresh operations next episode. Right, so Venezuela, I don't think I really need to buy crude oil. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to buy crude oil, admittedly. Hey, naval bombers. I'm going to start preparing some of these into Saigon. Because I suspect that we are going to need a decent bit of naval bombers against, especially against the Allies, if we need to fight them. We don't know exactly if we do. But in case we do... Right, I suppose now that we... Oh, right, we're still under attack in here, technically speaking. Also, it's not going to be that big of an attack, admittedly. And our attack into Chiba should be going fairly well. Actually, one of the things that I should really do is I should switch some of the targets for the close air support and such in here to start doing ground attacks. It doesn't need to be continuous. Similarly, the light bombers can start targeting that. Just a few bombing runs, and that's probably going to destroy several units. Yeah, that just destroyed several units there. If we can keep doing that, that's going to be a pretty quick way of removing the enemies in here. Is there, well, I suppose, the mercenary corps is all, well, we've got some mercenary divisions actually that could join in here. They can't actually enter the combat right now though. And yes, we will take the resource production. But they've still got, technically speaking, 110 units in here, but the vast majority of those are 0 strength. Well, actually, I don't know about the vast majority. Yeah, I'll just actually say that is indeed correct. If we can just do a little bit more ground attacks in there. Oh, is that? Ah, right, so we can actually spread out the combat now with some reinforcements from here. So now we've got 9 divisions attacking against them. Well, technically speaking, more than that in total combat. Oh, wait. When did I give you orders to move there? Don't think I did, but sure, I suppose. Are we getting across here? No, we're still holding off the enemies in here. It's a decent chunk of armored units attacking. And it's mostly the ground attacks that are causing issues. Speaking of which, I suppose we've got our interceptors in here. Do we have an airfield? I suppose we've got that airfield. We could also use the ESE airfield, but I don't know if that's going to be the best option. Technically speaking, Odessa might still be close enough. We'll just rebase there. And then we're going to utilize those to provide some air coverage in here. Ooh, tungsten. Do I have enough tungsten? Oh, of course I do. I own most of the tungsten in the world, really, don't I? Hey, there we go. I'm pushing the enemies back, and let's go ahead, and before they have a chance to do a counterattack, we'll start attacking into auto ray, which there's actually one of the armored units attacking us is from there. And then I suppose another thing that I can do is I can start attacking down south and southeast, and we'll have some infantry over here that is going to join into the attack on the mountains. Oh, right, there we go. If we're winning both of these, or a lot of these combats, then I don't mind that at all. What do we have? Oh, long-range submarines. There we go. I guess we can start building up these in Saigon. And we got a decent bit of production available. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go out and get some... Actually, we'll just get some multi-munition fighters. I know that we need a decent chunk of those if we are to fight the Allies. So have our planes arrived? They have. So these are just going to be the reserve planes, and the other group is going to be our interceptors just about in here. Interceptor day and night. Continues. I don't think there's going to be that much German planes in here, for example, so we should be able to break them in due time. We do, oh, right, it's the defensive stance, so it's not really going to... Ah, there we go, we got a victory. I am going to go ahead and move in 2 units to the west to cut off some more of the enemy units over here. Hopefully, at least. Do we have... Oh, right, there we go, victory at Chiba. So they had 82,000 men there total. We kind of lost the end there, or didn't see the end there, but we got the end results, I suppose, still. Let's put it more long-range submarines, so let's just blaze those down. As soon as we enter in here, that's going to be the end of the episode. But then we control Tokyo, and I think that after that we will probably next month get then the event for Fall of Tokyo, if there is an event for Fall of Tokyo. I would assume there is, but I don't know for sure. But I suspect at this point, since they're lost so much of the stuff, I would imagine that they'll start getting some more events for losing ground and all that. And of course, we can start next episode doing some landings over here towards Iwo Jima, and then doing island hopping campaign in here, just so that we can, especially, I'd like to get the, I suppose technically speaking, well, no, Guam is not really going to be an option, but if we can get Saipan, that might be close enough for doing port strikes and Yap, because we know that they've got a large fleet there still, or they should still have a large fleet there. But anyway, we are definitely way over time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.